Your every thought is in your own. You'll have to mind.
everybody tonight. Really been working on this episode for a while now. I'm glad it's happening. Thanks for everybody that's here live. Those of you that are watching this maybe later on the YouTube channel, appreciate everybody tuning in, checking it out, however you're checking it out. Like I said, been looking forward for this one a while. Couple things to talk about to get started. Got another show on Sunday. Let me see, where'd it go? Another show on this Sunday. Before we get going today, I'm going to have Sherman and Gimme from Insecticide. Really good friends of mine, good dudes. They're actually having their unreleased album from 89, 90. I think that New Renaissance was supposed to put out, but it never happened, if I got that right. But my buddy Billy Hinkle's actually putting it out under his label. So that's fucking awesome. Insecticide, Overpowered, Phobia, shit like that, man. It's gonna be fucking cool. So no brown M&Ms in the green room. What? And ask Sherman why. Oh, okay, I got you. Anyway, see everybody checking in. What's up? Tom Neisner. Hey, Goat Man, Aaron, Iris, Charles. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like I said, this Sunday it's going to be at 7:00 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Sherman and Gimme from Insecticide. So y'all help me spread the word on that. I'd appreciate it. John Grave. Appreciate you joining in, hanging out with us. So, yeah, let's do that on Sunday. Everybody show up for that. Next thing. Just want to thank everybody. The English dude, he's coming up. He's hiding in the background right now. He'll be here. Venezuela, hell yeah. Got Venezuela in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate it, Andres. English dude's coming up. Hell yeah. Hell yeah is right. Can't say it better myself. But anyhow, let me bring on everybody's favorite fake Englishman, Fraser Ian Dawson. What's up, Roy? What's up, Fraser? Can you hear me?
Hell yeah.
All right, cool. Hey, Fraser, I got a question for you. If we got shows coming up and all that, how do you normally find out about shows that are coming up? Do you have a certain way you can find out?
On Facebook or Instagram? No.
Wrong.
From friends.
We go to Texas Metal Concerts. TXMetalConcerts.com. All right?
Yeah.
So that's where we go.
Is that Rosalinda's thing?
Exactly. So anybody that wants to find out about any shows all over Texas, the schedule on there is insane. You're bound to find something on there. When Dork Angel decides to play a show with Fraser, it's going to be on there too. So, it's TXMetalConcerts.com. So from now on, Fraser, if you want to find out about a show, where are you going to go?
Go Texas Metal, mother freakers.
Texas Metal Concerts.
Yeah, Texas style, biatch.
No, Texas Metal Concerts. All right. Hey, they're probably Aaron. I will pass that along. They might be actually watching now, so yeah, they can add the Wolf School show to the calendar. That's cool that you're checking it out. Fraser for president? No way. So anyhow, so it's Texas Metal Concerts. Everybody check it out. It shows everywhere. Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, all over Texas, basically. If there's a show coming on or coming up, and actually, if you'd like to, you can actually contact them too to put your show on there. They'll gladly put your show on the calendar. So it's kind of a cool thing where you can just go. It's hard rock, heavy metal, death metal, dork metal. Fraser, when is Dork Angel's next show? Are y'all playing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get your drummer.
Oh, okay. All right. So, again, where do they go, Fraser? Texas Metal what?
Texas Metal concert, you son of a bitches. Texas style, biatch. My English, Texas style.
All right. Enough of that. I'm getting tired of you already. Calm down.
Okay, get King on here. I want to hear this. Watch this too.
No, hold on. I got something else. Hold on. Okay. Hey, do you got anything to show today, Fraser, or no?
I was listening to this.
What were we listening to? What is that?
It's new wave of British heavy metal, man.
What is it called? I can't see that. All I see is the light.
Oh, but this, I can't pronounce it, man. Well, I was listening to another band earlier called Tribe by Fire.
Trial by Fire?
Trial by Fire.
Isn't that a Testament song?
Where's it at, man? Where are you?
Yeah.
Dog it.
You got your tiara on today too?
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Trial by Fire. It's on the Cult Classic.
English have done it again. So, all right, Fraser. You don't know the name of the album. So Sunday, you're going to join me Sunday, right? You got something special for everybody on Sunday?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Well, so what have you been listening to? What was it again?
Trial by Fire. It's on the Cult Classics, new wave of British heavy metal. I'm on that kick right now.
All right. Well, I was listening to earlier before I came on. I was listening to Merciful Fate. Nuns Have No Fun. You familiar with that one?
Classic.
Yeah.
They reissued that album.
Nuns Have No Fun. Maybe King can do it on Old Metal Records. I don't know.
I know it's reissued.
All right. All right. So, Fraser, I will put you in the backstage, and if you want to stay, log back on towards the end, you can. You can ask King some questions maybe later on. So, unless you want to stay in the back,
I'll come back.
All right. See you in a little bit. All right. So there's Fraser. He does have something special for everybody on Sunday. That's what he tells me. I'm not sure what it is. So anyhow, moving on to the show. So again, this is Jamming Out All Badass with me, Francisco. So again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to everybody who's been sharing the show, liking, subscribing, all that. Yeah, that's cool, Sam. Sam Biles checking in. Everybody check out the show. Thanks for everybody liking, commenting, subscribing, and all that. Tell everybody about it. Tell everybody King's about to come on right now, too. God damn it. Fraser's the queen. King is the real king. So, all right. So anyhow, my guest today really needs no introduction. So I'm not even going to give him one. So, King, how's it going, brother?
Hey, hello. Hey, tell fucking Fraser it's pronounced Fast Lane. He sold me Fast Lane. It's not. It's with a P. That's the new wave of British heavy metal classic. How the hell is he walking around with records that know how to pronounce? It's AC/DC.
That's Fraser.
No, that's funny.
Fraser for you.
I'm having a blast when Sam said have a good stream. I'm laughing. I'm in my 50s. Yeah. I'm lucky if I get any stream.
Yeah, well, this is the first live stream you've done, right?
It is, man. It's fucking crazy. I did a thing with Voivod the other night, and it was taped for later. And I've had to get all this shit hooked up. This so fucking, what is it shit? Spotify and Zoom and whatever the hell we're doing here. StreamYard. But hey, I'm here, dude. And it's great to fucking see you, brother.
Yeah, man. It's been a while, though. And it's been a while. I don't remember the last time.
It has been years now. You didn't make the last Houston show, man. You were watching the Astros play. You were supposed to be at work, but you were watching the Astros play.
Well, actually, I was watching them just now before I came on, too. So they're beating up on the Red Sox.
That's enough baseball talk already, man.
Yeah. We're well, I got a little more. I got a little more baseball later on, actually. But I think I know. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
So anyhow. Let's just get started. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you joining us in the 21st century with technology. That you were actually one of the first people I thought about asking.
I know you and me tried to set this up months ago.
Yeah,
I'm glad we did now.
Hey,
that's cool.
We're here now. All right, so first thing on the list. I really most people don't like cover CDs, but man, this one right here. was really freaking good, man. You want to talk a little bit about this album? Because I know this is kind of the last thing that you did before what's coming up.
Rotten to the Core Part 2. The Nightmare Continues. Basically, it's more hardcore and punk stuff we recorded covers of. We did one about 20 years ago for a label called Malt Soda Records. A good friend of mine named Scooter. He always told me, I'm not a big metal guy, but for something about Deceased, like, you know, grabs me in the punk rock spirit and stuff. So we became good friends. And he said, man, are you into this stuff like I am? I said, dude, I grew up on all that shit. Anything fast, crazy, ugly. You know, from the late 70s. I mean, I was lucky enough. Some of the earliest stuff I was able to latch onto was like the Plasmatics in the 70s, man. I had a friend named Marcel whose brother worked at a hotel in DC, and the bands would come through there and give them records. And they got a hold of the Butcher Baby 12-inch. I would say this was 79. I had that and some Nina Hagen and some of the, you know, the early stuff, the hardcore stuff, which, you know, you got your Ramones and things, Sex Pistols, but then it came to the Dead Kennedys and so on and so on and so on. And I loved all that stuff. I love all that stuff. So we did one about 20 years ago. And then 2 years back now, he asked us again if we wanted to do another one. So I said, absolutely. There's tons of songs and bands that we could keep going and going with this thing. So we went in and we recorded a bunch of stuff. This one's got stuff like Lethal Aggression. It's got The Accused, who I don't know how the fuck they weren't on the first one, but they ended up on the second one because that's one of my absolute favorite crossover, punk, whatever you call them, metal bands. And it's got some old stuff like The Clash. I mean, London Calling was one of my earliest ugly records. I mean, you know, now The Clash is, you know, everybody knows them from the radio, but that was some ugly stuff back in the day. I can remember walking around going to my friend's house and his sister asked me what record I bought. And I said it was The Clash, and she was like, "Oh, that's awful. That's ugly music." She, you know, she was busting out Belladonna, Stevie Nicks, or something that day. But it was just something we recorded. It was with the live guys. It was with Amos Rifkin, who's on drums now. It was his first recording with us, and we got Walter White on bass, and we got fucking longtime guy Shane Fugel on guitar and Matt Eibach on guitar. And I'm still fucking screaming into a microphone like a fucking a werewolf. And it came out really good, man. I'm really happy. I couldn't be any happier with and what's cool, one of my favorite things is a lot of the bands got to hear it. Everything from the Final Conflict guys to Cryptic Slaughter guys to the Accused guys to Sticky. All those bands got to hear it. And some of them are really good friends from playing shows or just years of pen pals. But yeah, it came out on Malt Soda, I guess about a year and a half ago now. And it was fun as fuck, dude. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it kicked ass. Let me ask. Somebody's saying there's an echo. Can everybody still hear an echo from me or King? So we'll get an answer here shortly. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one quite a bit actually. A lot of bands that I really like on there, like Lethal. I think you did Lethal Aggression.
Love it, Spooge.
Spooge.
Yeah. Lethal Aggression.
Hey, King, do you happen to have any headphones there?
Any what?
Any like
headphones?
Earbuds? I think that might help. Oh, the echo's for me. Let me try something.
Is it you or me?
It's me.
Oh.
How about now?
I hear no echo.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'll try to turn it down a little bit. I think it's definitely.
I'm loud. I talk loud.
Y'all let me know if it's gotten better. So moving on from that, Mark Sawicka's checking in. King, how's that?
Hey, I love you, Marky Poo.
Now
Me and him are talking Japanese metal bands out this afternoon.
All right, so I'll keep my talking to the minimum. Now this one here, this is coming out, I guess, soon. But this cover just killed me.
Oh yeah,
Thrash Times at Ridgemont High.
Thrash Times at Ridgemont High. I've had this one in the works since 1997 when we were writing Fearless Undead Machines. We would sit there and we would just play all these thrash tunes while we were down there jamming. And I said, one day I'm going to do the Thrash Times Ridgemont High. It's going to have the high top Nikes on the cover instead of the fucking skate fan shoes. It's coming out. We have the drums are recorded. The rest of it's going to be recorded in about 3 weeks. There's 12 songs on it. It's all thrash fucking stuff. I tried to dig deeper in the well. We tried to stay away from a lot of bands that we'd already covered. You're not going to get Chemical Warfare here as we did it years ago. You're not going to get Sodom, which we did years ago, or Creator. We've done that stuff. We're trying to mix it up. Some of the songs on here, 10,000 Days of Bloodshed from Blessed Death is on there. Take This Torch from Razor is on there. Sacrifice from Sacrifice is on there. You got Bulldozer, Ilsa.
Damn.
Fucking Alona, I mean. The Very Best is on there. You got, of course, Voivod makes everything. We're doing Thrash and Rage. We're doing fucking Thrash and Rage. That had to go on there. There's more. Death Wish, Demon Preacher will be on there. There's a bunch of stuff, and it's going to be recorded by the end of the month. It's coming out on CD from Hell's Headbangers. I would say it would be out around August. Don't know about LP yet. All the cover stuff, none of those have come out on vinyl, whether it be the Rotten to the Cores we were just talking about, or this, or the Cadaver Traditions and things. But this thing here is going to be really fucking cool. Doing some Artillery. We're doing some Cyclone. We're just having a fucking blast, dude.
Hell yeah. What about and this is the back cover of it?
Yeah. You gotta do a play on things. So if you look at it and you see Shane Fugel on guitar, okay, he's the mad scientist with his coffee in his hand, which is what he is. That's Mr. Vargas from the movie. And then you got Walter White, who always thinks he's right and he's got a head in life. So he's over there fucking swinging burgers. And then you got me, Mr. Mike the Moan, with fucking me and Debbie hanging out. Mr. Heavy Metal, Mr. Music Guy. And you go down to the right, you got Matt Eibach, who really is a guy that he goes looking for love in all the wrong places. So he's your Mark Ratner of the movie. And then you got Amos Ripken, who, boy, if his fingers were joints, he'd smoke them, man. So that it worked out so well. All those personalities for people that have seen the movie are basically right there in front of you. We had to do that, man. We had to have a play on the movie. It's been what is that? 24 years in the making for this thing. So yeah, we did that. And I want to thank my buddy Jim, who morphed all that stuff together, and it actually looks like us.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing. I saw that when you shared that. I was just laughing my ass off. But
we're having fun, dude. We're having fun here.
I know you do. You always have fun, and
fun lives.
Deceased live shows. Everybody that ever talks about a deceased live show, they always say, that shit was fun. It was a good time.
I don't go to concerts. I don't play concerts, and I don't go to concerts to just hear the record. I go to have visual stimulation along with fucking ear assault and fucking total head removal. That's what it's about for me. That's what it's about for Deceased, speaking for the guys. And this thing here is going to be fast as shit, crazy as fuck, and it is going to totally be a thumbs up to fucking thrash metal. One of the most important, coolest fucking things ever to me.
Yeah. Somebody's got jokes here. Is there going to be any Dark Angel covers?
Not on this one. And I know that's Andrew. If we did one, it would be Welcome to the Slaughterhouse.
Yeah. Yeah. Deceased is one of the best live bands ever. I agree, JM or JH.
Doesn't that read funny? It's we're deceased and we're alive. Deceased is one of the best.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, thank you, JH. Hopefully, I know you. Fucking thanks. We give it our all, man. I'm a 300-pound man jumping around like my fucking feet are on fire, man. And the other guys, we come to fucking attack and have fun, man. It's what it's all about. You got to get up there and just go fucking nutsoid for a fucking hour and 15 minutes.
Hammerfall or posers? What?
They really are. Thank you, John Grave. They really are. There's a story behind that too. We played at Vakken.
That's why he put that.
Okay. We played in Vakken in 2000 and 2001. 1 year with October 31, my other band, and the other one was Deceased. And the guys in the crew told me that Hammerfall were trying to get them to put water on the stage with a drawbridge and a moat. And they were like just being dickheads about it, man. It was fucking, and I just, not for me, man. To each their own, but there's a lot better heavy metal in my world.
Yeah, I agree.
I love you, Mark. I see that. Always kills live, like nothing else.
Yeah, Mark.
Hope you still got hope you still got your Bigfoot whistle. I know that's the other band, but I know you got a Bigfoot whistle.
Check out the ticker. I mean, I got Deceased, October 31, Weirdo, and Slack Tide. King Fowley was in all those bands.
Slack fucking Tide. First live show I ever did, 1980. It was a band with a guy from school.
Right there.
Is it coming up? There it is in the blue shirt. Look at the color coordination. You got Andy McGazel with the red logo and the white shirt. You got Bill Ford, who lived, and I know you guys were talking about this. Bill Ford in the middle lived with John Hand from the Death album. He lived with him. Okay, the drummer. He went on to do stuff in a band called Decapitation, released on Laurent Ramadier from France's Decibel of Death magazine record label. Both Andy and Bill.
Wait, hold on. Who was in Decapitation?
Bill Ford in the middle.
That's Bill Ford?
That's Bill Ford.
On drums?
On drums.
Holy shit.
That was my school. Hi, Victor. By the way, Victor, I see you there, brother. That Bill Ford went to school with me. We were best Kiss. We had Kiss bands, dude. In '79, we go in the backyard and fucking get pool sticks out and shit. Bill Ford died. Bill Ford and Andy on the guitar both have passed away.
Wow.
And Bill lived with John Hand. And that's us playing in Savannah, Georgia, 1980. Doing an all cover set. We did Kiss Love Gun. We did Bad Company, Rock and Roll Fantasy. We did fucking Billy Joel, You May Be Right. First song I ever sang live.
Holy shit.
It was crazy. Fun shit though, man.
What year was that? 80?
1980. I was 12 years old.
I was 5. That's fucking amazing. Yeah, that picture always, every time I see that you share that, and I didn't know that was Bill Ford from Decapitation.
That's Bill Ford on drums. He was my best friend in elementary school. We were best friends, dude.
Wow.
He moved to Georgia, and we went down there. And Andy lived near me. Andy was only 11 years old. Me and Bill were 12 here. And Andy played guitar, I played bass, and Bill's on drums. And we did those songs, man. I'm sure they were terrible, but we played his dad's community. It was basically like a golf course, some kind of like sports thing. We played it one fucking Saturday night. We went to Kmart, had those shirts made, and then we fucking got some slushies or slush puppies and went up there and rocked that fucking place's ass, man.
That's fucking amazing. Yeah, I was trying to remember what Decapitation turned into. God, what was it? They even had a track on like a New Renaissance comp. Somebody help me out here.
You know, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You tell me what it is.
I have that tape, that demo. I can't remember. I'll think of it.
Necropolis.
Necropolis. Thank you. Damn it.
There you go. And I'm older than you, man. You should be remembering this shit. I'm the one that had a stroke and drank motor oil.
Yeah, but you yeah, I know, but you were in a band with them back in 1980. So
there it is.
There we go. Decapitation rules. That's right, Billy.
There you go, Billy. Right on, brother.
I think they're the first ones to use that intro. That long ass intro from. My mind's not working right now. I got so much going on. But anyway, that fucking picture rules. So let me get. I'm just gonna kind of. I got a few things I want you to kind of talk about.
Sure.
I mean, everybody knows your story, man. If you don't know King's story by now, he does have your book, right? You had a book that was out recently, right?
Stay Ugly. Yeah, it's out of print now. Did like 3 presses of it. It's gone. I did it like 2017. Had a guy come to me in a show in Las Vegas. Mike Sloan came to see us play a show, and I think it was 2010. And he said, "Man, you live a crazy life, man. I'd love to write a book about you." And I just thought he was blowing smoke up my ass. And I gave him my phone number. We talked. I got home from the tour. 2 weeks later, he calls me. We start talking. And at some point, we decided I'd write the book. And he was kind of helping me through it and getting it all together. And in 2017, we did it on, I think it's called Burning Horse Media. I think that was the name of his company. And it was a low-key thing. And we pressed like 400 copies. And they went quick. It was like 3 presses up to, I think it's up to 400 or 500 copies. And it's been sold out for like 3 years. It was a life story. There's a lot of stuff in there. I mean, the good, the bad, the ugly. I really liked the way it came out. I was actually pretty proud of myself because I got to tell my whole story inside, outside the music world, the family life, just living, almost dying, drugs, girls, everything in between.
Yeah.
I might repress it soon, maybe. People have asked.
Yeah, I think people are still asking for it. So yeah, it's not a bad idea. All right, now this is a pretty infamous deceased photo from way back. I know this was used a lot for like fanzines and stuff like that. Do you recall the day this was taken?
We were smoking PCP. We went down to a cemetery. That's the funeral. That at Hearst is parked at the funeral home where my dad's funeral was when I was a kid. My dad died of cancer at age 27. I'm barefoot like I always used to be there. I'm wearing a Fates Warning, The Spectre Within shirt, which was one of the first shirts I ever ordered through the mail because most of the stuff we just got at concerts. Doug on the left, Mark next to him, and Rob over there on the right. who passed away in 1988 from a car hit and run car accident. Yeah, we were all fucking crazy high. Somebody grabbed a Kodak camera. That's pretty much the first official deceased promo picture. I would say that's probably July, August of 1986. That picture there. We'd been around before that. We actually, me, Doug, and Mark, Rob's on the right. We played about 3 or 4 or 5 shows with just instrumental shows before Rob joined the band. And we played little parties, and there was no metal scene. There was no metal scene where we were. At War was kind of doing their thing in kind of like a Southern Virginia. They had their thing down there, but Northern Virginia, where we were, there was nothing. So we played with punk rock bands like LD Kids and Avail, who went on to be pretty big in the hardcore thing. And yes, bands like that back then. Creeping Corpse was another one. We played these punk rock parties, and we played DRI covers. We played Bathory. We played Sodom, Sepulchral Voice. We did No Class from Motorhead. We did War God, Day of Atonement. We did Storm of the Beast, Creator, all this crazy shit back then. And nobody knew who we were. Nobody knew what we were playing. And, we had about 3 or 4 or 5 originals. And the only guy who ever showed up that really knew the tunes was Rob. And Rob was saying in the front and headbang. And we had no bass player, and I didn't sing. It was just all instrumentals then. And then one day we were at Mark's house, and Rob was sitting there playing acoustic guitar. He was actually playing Endless Pain, Creator, on acoustic guitar. And we said, man, we didn't know you fucking played. Could you play bass? He goes, well, I'm really a guitar player. I said, would you play fucking bass in Deceased? And he said, yes. Well, you're going to have to smoke fucking PCP to do it. That's the initiation. And we fucking went downstairs, and this guy who was a hell of a drinker, he's German, hell of a fucking drinker. He smoked a bunch of PCP with us, man. That was the initiation. And this picture's probably right around the same time. I can see it. He's wearing a Trouble the Skull shirt. Mark's got the Slayer, and Doug's got an early Deceased Evil Side of Religion shirt with on the pocket print. But yeah, it was great times, man. We were young and crazy as fuck, man. Crazy as fuck.
That's fucking awesome. Right on time. This comment right here, Evil Side of Religion. This photo, I know you.
That's Ryan Muldoon. I love that guy. I love that guy, man. He's been a guest on the Scooby-Doo Power Hour, man. This week, Scooby and the gang meet Ryan Muldoon. Ryan was Ryan from Incarnus, the guy that's saying that. He's from Incarnus band. Oh, here you go. This is Don K. He doesn't even get the year of the demo right. It's 86. Again, barefoot, same shirt, same night, same photo session. That's down at the park. There's a funny story with this one too. We had a guy that hung out with us. His name was Matt Sharp. He went on to be in the band Weezer. Okay, the shit band Weezer. He was in the band. He used to hang out. He used to write Sacrifice and all this shit on his fucking jean jacket. And he was all thrash until all of a sudden he went doom metal. He painted Trouble over it, and it was Saint Vitus and whatever the fuck. Anyway, he was with us this night. We were all smoking in the car, PCP, and he got so fucked up, he fucking passed out. He fell out. He was all fucked up. It was fucking great, man. But yeah, this guy hated us. He said we suck shit and all this, but it was a free tape. This was in Metal Mania magazine. This review got us at least, as I gave the tape out, we gave the tape out for free. It was for fucking free. We just said, just write and you'll get one. And that tape went over to move free, over 2,000 copies worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 1986 was the demo, not 1987. But of course, he doesn't get his fucking facts right.
That photo always kills me. That review or whatever.
Yeah, these guys suck.
My buddy Charles says he thinks he has that issue still.
Yeah, I got it. Cover's got Kerry King on it with the nail spikes.
There you go. Charles, I have to bust that out.
I think's on the cover too. It's a white cover.
Oh, here we go. Fraser chiming in. Weezer, what a bullshit poser or whatever the hell he said. He can't write.
Yep, absolutely.
Mark said he was one of those free tape guys, by the way.
There you go. Absolutely. That's all I got to know, Mark. Fucking cool as fuck. We all go back, man. That demo got me in touch with people around the world, man, that are still dear friends to this day. So many people.
Yeah. A couple more things on Deceased. Let me see. When was the last time that you did this? Played and sang.
The last time I did that was 2012, I think it was.
Oh, really?
And what happened was for a while we had a drummer. His name was Eric Mays. He played for a few years with us when Dave Castillo stepped down for a few years. He had a baby. We played a show in New Jersey, and Eric got sick. He ended up passing away from it, so he was really sick. He had a problem, and I ended up showing up at the show going, well, the show's going to go on. I'll just have to play drums and sing. Now, I had a stroke in 2004, which a lot of people know. My whole left side is destroyed, and I'm left-handed. So doing all that's crazy, but I said, fuck it, let's just do it. So we did it. And then we had another show booked, I think a few days later, with Brian Pattison, who's passed away also, up in Buffalo at a place called the Fun House or something. It was a funeral parlor, a fun parlor or something it was called. Mm-hmm. And we went up there and I sang and played drums again. The first one that I just mentioned in Camden, New Jersey, that went really well. Good kit, everything. The one up in Buffalo, it was like a 3-piece. It was a punk rock situation. But that's just something I don't do anymore. I still play my drums. I still love to scream into the microphone. It's just, it's pretty much past tense for now.
Yeah, but you were one of the first ones, to do that shit. So it was always cool that you were able to do that and not cheat behind the kit and still be able to bash it out and sing. So
I had to do it right. That's why when I said earlier that we didn't play when we did shows early on, it was all instrumental because I didn't have it down. I wasn't going to just half-ass vocals or half-ass drums. I wanted to get out there and give it everything I possibly could get. And I got pretty good at it after a while. Took a few years to really get going. I'd say by the time Blueprints for Madness came out about 94, that I really had felt like I could do everything I wanted to do on both sides of it. But I'm a hyperactive motherfucker, man. And to be my butt cheeks stuck to a fucking drum stool for an hour wasn't cool. And to the guy I just saw about the PCP in the funeral home, yeah, it was fucking nuts, man. It was a crazy fucking night for metal, man.
All right, so I briefly touched on a couple of stories that I wanted you to kind of tell everybody that some of my favorite fucking King Fowley stories. And the first one is this: Brad from Morgue sent me this photo of you playing at the Michigan Death Fest in 1990.
Oh yeah.
And but I think that's the one that's where Morbid Angel played, right?
That's where Trey Azagoth showed me how much of a cocksucker he really is. Cannot stand that guy. That's Metal Mom. That's fucking Metal Mom. We love her, man. She put up on a show. She had Nuclear Death. She had Fatal. She had us. She had fucking Morbid Angel. She had Sacrifice. Fucking, we all went there to play and have a good time. Well, we get there and she's in tears. Okay. It's a big hockey arena. Okay. It's a big fucking hockey arena. It's 1/4 full. I'm sure no one expected it to be full. I mean, it would have been a fucking 5,000 seat thing probably if it was full, but it was 1/4 full. It was a lot of fucking crazy motherfuckers. The news people were there. The church people were there picketing the show. Mm-hmm. They interviewed me. I gave them some good remarks. So they didn't put anything on the news. They ended up getting stuff from other bands like, oh, we'll cut their kids' faces off and burn them with the devil. And I was just talking to them about how it was okay to write about stuff and you don't have to be fucking part of this shit. And I told them Satan was too slow for me and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, so backstage, we're sitting back there. It's a hockey arena, so you got a lot of fucking concrete walls. And we're sitting there, and we're getting ready to play. And I'm trying to put the Deceased banner up for our turn up. Yeah. And Dave Vincent says, absolutely not. No fucking way are you putting that up. We're the fucking headliners here and only our banner. And I said, look, everybody knows this is who your band is. I said, we're going to put our banner up and take it down when we're done so people can get to know who we are. We're here to fucking get fucking people to fucking possibly take interest in our music. Yeah. So we talked, and eventually Dave came around really cool to the point he helped me put the fucking the banner up. He was cool, but Trey Azagoth was just a fucking asshole, a prick. He was fucking running that Metal Mom crazy, telling her she had 45 seconds to get him hot coffee, or he was fucking walking. What? And just it was the first time I'd seen anybody in the quote unquote underground that wanted to act like fucking Aretha fucking Franklin, man. Oh, just shit. Wanted to be a fucking a dick, a douche, whatever you want to call it.
A diva.
So. Yeah, I told him, I said, dude, this is totally not cool. This is not fucking cool. And Nuclear Death blew him off the fucking stage. Sacrifice blew him off the fucking stage. And fuck him, man. but had a hell of a time. Metal Mom looked out for us. First time ever. Fucking Brad Morg fucking rule. Fucking it was a great time outside of that fucking little incident. We stayed up all night. I know Phil from Nuclear Death and Joel. We were outside all night. Petey from Terrorizer. Fucking we were out there just being crazy as fuck, man. Classic time, man.
That's great, man. You mentioned him earlier, but our late friend Brian Patterson, I know you had written a story about you guys driving up to Buffalo. A pretty crazy story of you guys heading up to Buffalo in glorious times for the Day of Death. You mind speaking on that a little bit?
We went up to there. We went up to play, and we decided we were going to go a different way. We were going to save ourselves some money on tolls. We're just going to go through the fucking mountains. Well, it's fucking snow fucking city, dude. Yeah. So we have the van, and it's a van with no seats in it. You're basically everybody's just floating around in the back and shit in this thing. Okay, we're just fucking floating around, and I'm driving this thing. We had a couple friends with us. Well, we got up the top of this. I guess it was the Allegheny Mountains or whatever the hell mountains we go through to get to Buffalo from fucking Virginia, and it actually was not this show. It was not the Day of Death.
Oh, really?
This happened. It was the same club, but it was a different show. It was the Sky Room, but it was a different show. It was with Suffocation and Abominog played and a few others, but same club, just not the same, not Day of Death. And I think it was Ed Farsty and Brian put the show on, and we got stuck at the top of this thing, and it said you're a mile high in the air, ski lifts fucking is closed, and we were stuck at the top of this mountain. It was all ice. So I tried to get us down the mountain. Scott, and road, and where we went off, there was no railing, and the van was sitting a third of the way off the cliff, and all our friends that were in cars separate from us were at the bottom of the fucking hill because I was driving 5 miles an hour so we wouldn't fucking die. Well, I told everybody, get out of the car, man, get out of the van, but go to the right. If you lean to the left, this thing might go over the fucking hill. We may all die here like Wile E. Coyote, man. So everybody gets out, and we're stuck there. It's fucking like 10 degrees outside, okay? It's the night before. And so some tow truck out of the blue comes and says, yeah, man, you guys are fucked. And I said, yeah, can you get us out? He's like, $150. And $150 is $150 at any time. It was a lot more back then. And we were like, what? Oh, come on. He goes, all right, cool. See you later. And we were like, okay, 150 fucking bucks. So he gets us out, but we're still stuck at the top of this fucking mountain. So I eventually get us to the bottom, and we go to the show, and and nobody can make it to the show. I think 30 people top made it. Some of the bands made it. Some of them didn't. I remember stealing a bunch of food. Me and some of my fucking guys that roadied for us, Vinny, who ended up playing in Dying Fetus later, and Chuck, who was in band Bereaved. They stopped me. We stole food for all the bands. I was showing them how to buy a can of tuna fish and a bread and steal the mayonnaise and the fucking lunch meat. And we made all these sandwiches and drank beer, and we made the best of the fucking weekend, man. But yeah, that was a crazy time. I mean, there is a story from Day of Death. It was in his magazine, his book also, but that was a separate story, incident and things going on.
Hey, is this true what Scott says? There was no beer at Michigan Death Fest?
It sounds right. He's probably right, but it didn't matter because I know I had about 4 bottles of fucking whiskey in my pocket, so I wouldn't know. Beer was too slow for me. I don't remember. I'm sure he's right though. He would remember.
Well, I don't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't remember shit. He doesn't remember what he did today.
But you know, band he's in.
Yeah.
Cyanide.
Cyanide, boys. What was I going to say? If anybody has any questions for King, go ahead and somebody asked about. Let me before I forget. Somebody asked about Doomstone here a while back. Ask that question again because I got to scroll through a bunch of shit to find it. So go ahead and ask that question about Doomstone again if you're still there, please.
Because obviously Francisco didn't know we played Doomstone because it's not even listed in the thing. Deceased October 31 Weirdo and Slack Tide. Where the fuck's Doomstone?
I wanted to be cool and different and put Slack Tide and Weirdo on there.
Okay, I get you. Doomstone, I don't know if he'll ask the question if he has something outside of this, but yeah, Doomstone was just a band we threw together at a band practice one time. Me and Les just started jamming some Sabbathy riffs, and I said we put together a Black evil to offset these fucking bands at the time who were all thought they were better than everybody else and cocky and all that shit. So we actually got this shit together, and a buddy who did Death Vomit magazine, he was there. So we said, why don't you fucking sing? And then Dennis, who let us practice at his house, so why don't you play guitar? I'll play drums and Les on bass, and we'll do a fucking demo. All right, here we go.
94 Doomstone demo. Why was there a single released later that year instead of on the same promo demo?
He's talking about the release with Sean Panic on Psycho Slaughter, I believe it is. He just asked for some tunes. I guess that's what we did. The whole Doomstone thing got fucked out of the gate because after we did the demo, a guy named Roberto Canavo from Italy came to me and he wanted to do an album. And he said, I want to give you guys $4,000 to do an album. So I talked to Don Zintera at Inner Ear, where we had done the 13 Frightened Souls record. And he said, yeah, man, we can do this. Well, Roberto never sent him the money up front. He said, I'm working on getting the money. So Don, cool as a cool motherfucker he is, he let us go ahead and record the album there. And we spent $4,000 on this record, which was a lot of money. But you were dealing with fucking like full fucking analog tapes back then, which weren't cheap. So we did this record. Sent him the artwork. He eventually sends me back this D of the music of on it. It's not our album. He's at all these fucking likes to the thanks list, not even our thanks list, half of it, and he's just fucked it all up. And he never paid Don any of the money. So he left songs off the record. He put out that promo tape that the guy Goatman's asking about. I have no idea what happened there. We were supposed to do a Rosemary's Baby, which we were going to have this big poster, ridiculously over the top. It was going to be demons fucking nuns up the ass and all this stuff. And he didn't do it. He disappeared off the fucking earth. And then over here in America, Nosferatu USA put it out, which was a guy, Pat from Satan's Bake Sale. He put it back out, and Roberto just disappeared. So Sean from PS Records, he said, hey, man, I'll put the Rosemary's Baby out. So we put that with some live tunes on it. And that's how it went down. But that whole fucking record was fucked from the start because to this day, Roberto has never paid him the money. I've never heard from him again. He just disappeared off the fucking planet, you know? And that was the end of that whole fucking time. But yeah, we did the band for fun and it was cool. And we decided to make up those crazy names, Keeper of the Brazilian Death Metal Albums and Cross Turner Upside Downer, just to have fun with it. We played shows and it got pretty kooky popular down in Virginia. I was doing nights where I was playing drums for Deceased, Doomstone, and I was sitting in for Abominog. So I'd be on the stage for like 2.5 hours up there, you know, straight back to back to back back then. Fun stuff. It served its purpose.
Yeah, that's cool. So there you go, Goatman.
Thank you, Goatman.
My buddy Billy wants to know, when you were doing an old metal, kind of real active with it, what's something that you wanted to release but you never got to do it?
I really wanted to work with Rock Goddess. I wanted to put out their third record, Young and Free, on CD. I wanted so bad, but their dad has fucked their whole career up, you know, to this day. I mean, they came back when the new wave of British heavy metal movement came back a few years ago, and, you know, bands came over here. Satan's gone through here a couple times, bands like that. I know Frazier would know. And I wanted to work with Rock Goddess, but I could not get anything going. Their dad just kept pushing me out. I mean, to this day, we tried to get them for concerts in America. You know, the things we were doing with me and He Wang for a while, the Defenders concerts with all the old heavy metal bands would get back together. They were just asking insane things. So Rock Goddess to this day has never even played in America. But it was the one thing I wanted to do was sing with Rock Goddess. I would have loved to have done.
What's your favorite Deceased record and why? Or not Deceased record, I'm sorry. What's your favorite record you've done and why?
By any band that I've been a part of?
Yeah, any of your bands. What's your favorite record by anything you've ever recorded?
It would be Deceased Supernatural Addiction. Everything about that, it was just perfect timing. Everybody was on top of the world. All my best friends were alive. My family members were alive. We were just getting to really be in a professional state with the band. The recording was hilarious and good times with Simon Effemy sitting in and Mike Bozier at Oblivion Studios. And I just really thought the songs, the lyrics, and the music all fit the themes of the record. That was 21 years ago. 2000 that came out. It's just my favorite one. That's, to this day, The Premonition, still my favorite Deceased song. And A Very Familiar Stranger, also from that record. It's another one of my favorite songs. So 2 of my favorite Deceased songs are on there.
There you go. All right, I got to ask about this. I guess the only question I have is, how did she smell?
Doro Pesh played at Jack's in Springfield, Virginia, and I went on, and I was in the front rocking out. I was yelling old Warlock songs. This was during the alternative grungy '90s when a lot of bands, including her, were doing these more, more tuned down, kind of groovy records. And I was just trying to get her to do stuff. And I told her, I said, well, if you're going to do something from the fucking Black album she did, I said, I want to hear fucking Do You Like It? She goes, oh, you know this one? Because whatever reason, as you know, most of those bands, that's the crappiest eras of anything. She was like, nobody in America knows this record. I said, I know it. So she did it. And then when she came out for the encore, she said, hey, can you sing? I said, I can scream. And I went up and sang Wedding, Billy Idol cover with her on stage. And so the show was over. She gave me the set list. We walked around back and we took that picture. And then not too long after that, we played at Vakken, and she was there, and she said, hey, how did you get here? And I looked at her and I said, hey, how did you get here? So we met up again very soon from there, and it was pretty fucking cool. She's a super cool chick. Doro, cool through it all. She's done a lot of things. She's definitely one of the most metal fucking visuals for a female in metal.
Oh, yeah, she kicks ass. Now, another one of my favorites is this one.
Good old Elvira.
I love it.
That was funny. We were at a horror convention. She was there. The line was down the fucking street. So I told Jim, my buddy who plays bass in October 31 with me, I said, look, man, let's just walk by and look at her. We'll just walk by and look at her. So when we got up there, all of a sudden something happened. Somebody did something. And I said, just jump in line. Just jump in line. So all of a sudden we were third in line. And I said, hey, Elvira, I love you. Can I get a picture with you? Turned around and she said, sure. And you see, she's a little bewildered. But me and Jim got quick pictures with her, and people in line were, you motherfuckers. But we weren't really even trying to do that. It just presented itself. But yeah, she was really fucking cool, man. Met her a couple times since then. She's had a lot of crazy shit. She had a hit on her neck. I don't know if you can see in this picture. She was burned severely when she was younger. She had a lot of burns here. And she covers it with powder and stuff. Yeah, and, she was telling me all this. She was like, I said, hey, just be you, man. You're fucking Elvira. It doesn't matter. Just be you.
Yeah, dude, she fucking rules. These are the kind of photos that like get my attention. So we'll chill out on the photos for a minute, but there's a show, and I brought it to you up to you, but there's a show at Relapse Nuclear Fest in '93 where you come out on screen while Anal Cunt is playing. What memories do you have of that? And please tell everybody that story you told me about Seth at your show.
Sure. Okay, well, before getting to Anal Cunt, Relapse wanted to do a festival. They asked me if I knew a place on the East Coast down my way we could do it. I said, well, there's a place called Wilmer's Park. I said, the guy is very cheap. He'll cut your throat. He's a bullshitter. You're going to have to try to work it in if you want to do it, but it's in a huge farm space in Maryland, in Brandywine, Maryland is where it was. I think that's what they call it. And they worked it out with him. And he came to me and Matt Jacobson said, can we rent your drum set for the day so all the bands can play on it? I said, sure. He gave me like $50, dude. It was literally nothing. And I said, fine. And it was like St. Vitus, Macabre played. Who the hell else played that day? I think Exit 13. An Anal Cunt. We'll just go from there. An Anal Cunt played. And they were asking me about, can we use this? Can we do that? Can I rearrange drum set? I said, you can do whatever the fuck you want to it, dude. I know it's going to be destroyed by the end of the fucking day. Do what you want to fucking do. So they did, of course, being Anal Cunt, and Seth's talking to me. And I had known Seth before that because we had done this. He had been at one of those horror conventions. It wasn't the one where Elvira, but the same kind of thing. And we were both fucking shit-faced, and we were just laughing. And he was always like, I love you, King. Your band sucks, but I love you, man. You're the coolest. And I'd be like, I hate you, and your band sucks. And, we're just out doing each other in a friendly fucking stupidity gesture. So they were on stage playing, and somebody was filming it. Actually, I think it was my friend Bill Henson filmed that, and it just saw me walking up yelling, "Yeah, Anal Cunt, the fucking best!" And this girl I used to date was there, and they were yelling something at them. You know, her and her girlfriend were yelling something, and he was throwing beers at them, and he fucking threw the microphone out. And the PA guy who knew me from other shows, because I played there since it was sort of local for me, he was like, tell these guys to stop fucking up my gear and shit. I was like, they're fucking anal cunt, man. What do you want me to do? And then, so that's how that got done about that. And then, as I told you, the last time I saw Seth, we were playing up in Alston, Massachusetts, not Boston, but Alston, at a place. And he was in a wheelchair in front of me while we were playing. He was headbanging and shit. He was crazy, and he had a Venom Black Metal shirt on. The last song of the night just happened to be Venom Black Metal. So he, you know, when we did it, I dedicated it to him. All of a sudden, he half gets out of the wheelchair. He's stumbling, and he comes up to me, and I'm trying to hold him up in my head, and, you know, over my head, we're singing. And when the song's over, I look, and there's just all his spit and fucking goop and everything's just all over me, man. And it's just the fucking craziest thing. And again, when the night was over, he's walking away. He goes, I love you, King Fowley, but your band fucking sucks. Not the first demo, but everything after the first demo sucks. And I said, take care of yourself, Seth. And then he died, man.
Oh my God.
That's crazy motherfucker he was.
That's fucking great, man. I hope you guys are fucking enjoying this shit. Because is that story in the book, by the way?
What's that?
Is that story in the book or anywhere?
It's not in the book. Okay. That's a non-book exclusive.
There you go. You only hear that on this show. God damn it.
Only on this show.
Hey, speaking of that, how's everybody like that fancy new little logo I got there on the top right? Man, I'm moving up, King.
It looks good.
Yeah, man. Somebody's Laura says she's got that whole Nuclear Fest on disc, but she wasn't there at the time. But she's got the whole show.
Yeah, if she does, Laura, where did you get it from? My buddy Jim filmed it from one side of the stage, and my buddy Bill filmed it from the other side of the stage. If it's the same one of the footage that everybody's seen in the anal cunt, that's Bill. And yeah, it's definitely all exists.
Yeah.
And there's cardiac arrest. I don't know who that is. Is that Tom?
That's Adam. Adam and Tom.
Adam. Hey, we'll be seeing those guys soon down our way.
That's right. Actually, well, you know what? That we can move around however we want on here. So
talk about whatever you want to. I'm here. Whatever you want to talk about, bro.
You want to talk about? I was going to save this for later, but hell, we bring it up. Look at this.
There it is.
Yeah. The
first show back in D.C. Abominog's first show in over 25 years. Good, dear friends, Chris especially. Dear friends since we were fucking long time ago. And there's cardiac arrest. It's a pie shop. It's in D.C. The only ones that'll really have metal right now that aren't afraid to fucking let you be yourself. You know, all this fucking pussification of planet Earth bullshit. We're going down there. We're going to fucking have a few pies, and we're going to fucking scream into a microphone all night, man. And we're going to play fast as fuck. We're working on a couple shows around that the same weekend. Hopefully we can get a couple shows. It'll be the same lineup. Maybe on Friday and Sunday. This is a Saturday show. This is September 18th in DC. We're getting back to it, man. It's time. It's long past. We're in the 36th anniversary now. If you look up there, we missed the 35th. So it's the 36th anniversary of Deceased now.
Yeah. But
come on out, man. Fucking Virginia, DC, Maryland Legions, man. That's a fucking classic scene, man. I've been all around the fucking planet myself for the most part, and it's still one of my favorites, man. And in its prime, man, it's crazy.
Tom wants to know.
I don't know if there's Bush Light pie. They have French toast pie. They have some kind of raspberry pie. It's kind of weird when they hand it to you, though. It's like it's too rich. It's almost like you're eating Cinnabons, like heavy Cinnabons or some shit. But hey, Laura, they're cool. They're cool as shit, man. It's really good.
Laura says she got most of the. Some of those from Pat.
Absolutely. Yeah, Pat from Hell. Pat from Hellwitch got him from fucking. I'm sure he got him from Bill. He must have got him from Bill because me and Pat used to trade. They probably came from Bill to me. And Fraser, we're working on coming back to Texas, possibly in November, man. Possibly in November.
Hey, my buddy Billy wants to know: did those people ever learn to obey the robotic village?
Do we do what in the robotic village?
Did they ever learn to obey in the
No.
robotic village?
Robotic village is in full force right now. If you look outside your window, man, the whole fucking world's a robot right now. It's fucking crazy, man. It's a damn shame how fucked up everything is, man. Let's just get on. Let's play some metal and smile and have fucking fun, man. Shit.
Yeah, you got some Texas people riled up for possibly coming.
We're working on it. We're working on doing what we did last time. I think we're working on trying to get to, I think it would be San Antonio, Austin, and Houston. That's what we're working on now. And any help is appreciative too. If anybody wants to get in touch with me, my email, kingdoomstone, KINGDOOMSTONE @yahoo.com. Amos, our drummer's been working on setting this stuff up. Last time we came through, it was great. Except Francisco didn't show up. But I saw Fraser there. It's all right. You missed one. You're all right.
I'm sure there was.
I know it's baseball weekend, man. The motherfucking Astros were going to win the World Series, dude.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right. So I told you this one. I had you actually send it to me, but this is my favorite damn picture.
I know what it is. There it is.
I mean, what was this? A convention, I guess.
That was a convention. Now this one we had to travel. This is weird. This all connects here, okay? So we were going to go to this horror convention. We went to stop at a diner to eat. We came outside. An ice storm came out of nowhere. And all of a sudden it was fucking 10 inches of snow on the ground in like 45 fucking minutes. It was insane. And this girl was trying to see Elvira for the last time in her makeup. This girl, Karen, friend of mine. And she was like, please, please. I said, we're going to still drive. I'm driving through ice. Let's go. We drove down the fucking highway this was right outside New York. We were coming from Philly, and trees were falling in front of the car. I shit you not. They were falling from the fucking street, and I was staying exactly in the middle of the highway to make it there. Well, we got there, and there was nobody there, and the What's Happening crew were there, but that nobody was there to really meet them. So many people didn't show up or had already met them and left before the weather got bad. Well, we were now stuck there. So I got in touch. I said, hey, you got to let us fucking get some pictures. And they were cool as shit. So we ended up getting photos with them and talking to them and shit for a good while. And the girl, Karen, Elvira was done. But I went over and talked to the guy that put it on. I said, look, she's in fucking tears. We just fucking, we just clawed our way here. And fucking they let her go to the side and meet Elvira. So she got her pictures too. And then even at the end of all that, man, I got in the fucking car. I said, I'm driving back, man. We're going to make it home. And we did. It was fucking cool. They were cool as shit. Raj was cool as shit. Fucking Dee was cool. She kept asking me for a quarter. And Dwayne wanted to go get drunk, man. I told him I just wanted to rub his head for good luck.
I mean, I'm sure there's some old people in here right now that know who the hell this is. But if you don't, I mean, this is a classic. That's happening?
What's happening? That's what we grew up with. When the Doobie Brothers came to town, you had to ask them, what Doobie you be?
Yeah. That's where bootlegging became a sin on TV, right?
Al Dunbar. I know it, man. That's my youth, dude. I grew up on What's Happening, man. I was like 9 years old when that came on TV.
That's fucking great, man. That's Tom. Tom said that was his favorite show. I fucking love it.
See, Tom knows. Tom knows what's happening.
Yeah, he does. One of the greatest songs too.
Oh yeah, it was classic, man.
You and Ryan met Dolomite?
Oh yeah, we met Dolomite. I don't know how we didn't take a picture, man. That dude was so greasy, man. We might have slipped and slid on that motherfucker. He was crazy as shit, fucking Rudy Ray Moore. We did meet him though. Ryan was with me. Ryan was also with me when we saw fucking Dee Snider, and he fucking told me metal was fucking dead, and fuck Black Sabbath, and fuck AC/DC, and that the future was Trent Reznor. And I told him, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then this motherfucker is Dee Snider. Oh, we never gave up on metal. Fuck you, Dee Snider.
Yeah.
And Ryan is my motherfucking witness that shit went down right to my face. He said, fuck Black Sabbath, fuck AC/DC.
Fucking love you. Love it. Another classic show. I mean, like I said, the deceased story is kind of, I wanted to change it up a little bit, but with you. And another classic. Here we go.
Joyce DeWitt, my favorite show of all time. Three's Company, baby. Three's Company. Love it.
What was this?
I went to another convention. I was meeting Priscilla Barnes, who played Terry, the nurse.
Yeah.
And I walked away, and this girl I know said, "Oh my God, you didn't get a picture with the brunette?" I said, "Joyce DeWitt? She doesn't come to these things." She goes, "She just showed up unannounced." I said, "What?" I turned around, I walked over to her. I said, "Fucking Janet Woods, I fucking love you." I grabbed her. That's the picture we took right there. She gave me 2 pictures. She gave me one that was less suggestive, and she gave me one with a little bit of a little button open in the middle. I recited her everything, man. I fucking love Three's Company is my all-time favorite show.
I love
fucking
it.
John Ritter dead is funnier than anybody alive today.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Here, my buddy Billy's just all over. He said D from What's Happening is way heavier than D Snyder.
She was cool as shit. She seemed like the real deal. D Snyder is fucking lame as fuck. Fuck him.
That's kind of that's fucking bad. But yeah, Three's Company. I mean, come on, man.
Love it. That's my time frame. That's what I grew up with, man. Three's Company. Right. What's Happening? Happy Days. Charlie's Angels. Motherfucking Vegas. Dantana.
You put on a show. I think you're the one that booked this show. Brad from Morg sent me this. They played.
Yep.
It was the.
I know what it's going to be. At the Cave.
This is not a festival.
That sure wasn't. I used to. Here's the story of the Cave. Okay, it was originally called Bender's. The guy's name was Kevin Bender. The guys from Morbius booked the show with us, Abominog, and them, and we went there. And then the owner had put on bands from the area to be on it. Well, one of the bands on there was called Razzle. Okay, they were like Poison, not West Germany Poison, but
yeah,
fucking
the
Poison.
The American
and I kept yelling, "I like the candy, I hate the band," is what I kept yelling. So we ended up playing last. Now, everybody at this show, when we played, not this one here, but when we first got into this club, we brought over like 150. We were legions and legionettes strong then. This was our stomping grounds. We fucking went and we fucking did this. He cut us off after about 8 minutes. He shut us down. And fucking, I went insane. He brought a policeman over with him. I got up off the mic. I was ready to fight. Everybody rushed to stage, climbed over the fucking things. Anybody that's listening to this right now, YouTube Deceased, The Cave Fiasco, and you will see what I'm talking about right now. We got to end up playing 2 more songs. Place went insane, and we left. And what we read in the paper the next day was somebody broke the window out, stole the cash register, et cetera, et cetera. Not us. We don't do it that way. Not us. About a month later, I get a phone call. Evan Bender. He says, "Hey, man, I got enough from somebody in the scene. Would you want to come here and start playing shows and booking shows here?" I said, "Well, look, dude, you got to go buy my shit if we're going to do this." It was it used to be a movie theater or a rolling skating rink or something. It was too big, but it was crazy. Yeah. So I started booking shows there, and I started bringing in Morgue and Morpheus Descends and Human Remains and Nocturnal and Postmortem and Pungent Stench and Brutal Truth and fucking Suffocation and Vader and Dismember. We had all these fucking shows there, and it was going great. It was no alcohol in the place. I really did appreciate what they were doing for the younger kids being able to come in. I understood that. They told people, if you want to get beer, if you're over the age, go next door to a place called Tommy's Bar, drink over there and come back. Just, keep your couth to you. And I respected that. I was cool with it. I got in really good with his mother. She took care of me. They never fucked me again. I never had any problems with them, but the place was too big. The sound system was lousy. The big fiasco thing of it all was Morbid Angel, Deceased, Creator were supposed to play. Paradise Lost too. They got there. They didn't want to play. Creator wanted to play. Morbid Angel got in a big fight with Creator. I saw fucking Dave Vincent and Millie get into it. Paradise Lost were acting like fucking jerks on the bus. They didn't want to come off and do anything. So that tour package left. We ended up playing for $5 because there was like 200, 300, 400, 500 people there to see this show. And the bands tried, Morbid Angel, I want to say the bands, Morbid Angel tried to say it was not adequate to have shows. Yet I'd seen tons of fucking bands play there. It wasn't the best PA ever, but it was doable. You set up, you fucking do it, you do it. And one of their excuses was we didn't have enough time to get everything done we needed to do. Well, Petey had enough time to practice drum set up in the fucking dressing room and all this other shit. So that was horse shit. So anyway, we ended up playing that show. It ended up going down to tubes soon after. They ran out of money. The scene got weird. People weren't used to not being able to drink in the place, blah, blah, blah. But that show we did there with Morgan and all the other bands was fun as hell. Hopefully Brad had a great time too. I just remember it was just fucking all systems go, fucking all knobs to the right kind of shit,
Hell yeah. This one is a flyer for you guys played where the flyer says The Deceased.
Oh yeah. We had a short-term booking agent. They knew us so much that they thought we were called The Deceased. So that's how much they knew us.
Yeah.
That band Tribal Voice was like Pearl Jam. I hate Pearl Jam.
Me too.
We got put on this thing at this club, the 15-minute club, which was your typical alternative fucking local club with your, little fucking lifesaver drinks, kind of girly drink kind of things. And we should never have done this. It was just us trying to, we became so popular. We were local heroes. We became very popular in our area. We were playing this place called the Bayou. We were practically selling out this place. And this was a place that all the big bands that come through would play. We grew up seeing bands there. It was fucking Foreigner played their first ever show in the United States there. And like Pat Benatar did one of her first shows there. So it was well known. We'd seen legendary bands there, but we got in this place. We built up a big rapport, and we didn't know where to go from there outside of that place. So we got this booking agent who saw the numbers we were pulling. And of course, it doesn't matter if they like you or not. If you're making the club's money, they're going to come a-calling. So we did this shit maybe 2 or 3 times. I fucking went there. I got on a microphone. I fucking instantly deleted everybody fucking that was, just there to fucking be there, not there for the music, but just be there to pose. Yeah. And just was like, fuck this. We had some of those times. We play places and it would be just not our crowd. We were in the wrong place. We shouldn't be here. We're an underground band, and that's what we wanted to do. And we just thought maybe this will work for us. It didn't. It was like we were playing on the Love Boat. And I love the Love Boat, but we don't need to play on it.
Shit. That's great. There's one. Yeah. So everybody's asking questions, but I'm kind of losing my place. So if you got anything that King hasn't answered, go ahead and type it again because the chat's going.
Yeah, I'm not seeing but an occasional question, or I'd answer them all because I can see some of them. I'm not seeing many. So keep up, Francisco. Stop being a doomster.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. This one here, I think you recently may have explained this. The Deceased hat on the Disharmonic album.
The drummer stayed at my house. We played. They played the Day of Death in fucking Buffalo. When it was over, they were a week early to doing the shows they were supposed to do, so they were scattered. Some went one way and some went the other. Martin, the drummer, came with us. He stayed at my house for about 3 or 4 days, and we just relapsed and just made those hats. And when he left, I said, "Here, man, take this with you." I threw it at him, and they went on and did their couple shows in America. And the next record came out, and then when the picture on the back was shown, there was the little Deceased hat on the little red bear. They were good. I like this Harmonic Orchestra. Really cool, unique band. Really nice guys. Weird as shit in a good way.
Yeah, they were cool. So
he tried to keep up with our partying he stayed at my house for a week.
So I guess bringing Razzle to Houston with you is out of the question.
If you can get 400 pounds of Razzle candies there, they'll be there too. 400 pounds, not 398.2 ounces. 400 pounds of Razzle candy. Yeah, Razzle, they were out of place as much as we were. It was a fuck up night.
All right, so I got one more, and then I'll let everybody ask questions, to kind of wind it down. But one of my all-time favorite movies is the original Bad News Bears, and you and I always talk about it. But then they had part 2 where they filmed in Houston, and they filmed it at the old Astrodome, and this is from the infamous "Let Them Play" scene.
Yes.
Now, we've always talked about next time you come, we definitely have to make it to where we can go see like some of the areas where they filmed at. I keep telling you I want to do that, but I always forget. But this movie is a classic. Hey, look, it's Fraser. Fraser thinks he's going to get on the show again. Nah, stay back there, Fraser.
It's fucking. That's a classic. I mean, those are so un-PC. You could never make these movies now. It's a fucking shame. These are growing up stories. This is real life. The stuff that happened. This stuff did happen. These kids were this way. Kids are still this way, if not fucking worse. And they won't allow it. Especially, I know this is part 2. We won't even talk about going to Japan because that.
No, we don't want to go there.
But yeah, the first one in this, and Breaking Training, classics. I mean, Let Them Play. They were going to stop the game. They fucking got out there, and William Devane got them going. Fucking it's in fucking him and Kelly got out there and fucking got them going, let them play. They played, they won. Everything was happy because everybody was sad they lost the first one. If they didn't have such a classic wraparound ending where he said, take the trophy and shove it up your ass, people would have been disappointed. But after they lost the first one, that ending made up for it. And then the music went and Walter Matthau drank beer and Tatum O'Neal went on to do what Tatum O'Neal does.
I've mentioned this several times on this show before, but my buddy Robert was an extra at the Astrodome when they were filming that.
I have somebody online made fake team photos of that, of the Bad News Bears, and I got a trading card of it.
Yeah.
I'm remind me someday. I'll make you a fucking t-shirt of it. Remind me.
Hell yeah.
And maybe Matilda if you're a good boy. Matilda the boxing kangaroo.
Of course, I still have it. People are chomping at the bit, but I got one more question. Texas bands, since I'm in Texas in Houston, I guess give me a few Texas bands that you really enjoy.
Hammer Whore. I love Andy and Carlos.
He ain't even in here.
I love Hammer Whore, man. Fucking those are guys that they were young kids. They used to be on this metal board. I used to talk with them. I came down there. We went and played down in Alice, Texas, and fucking what's the fucking Surge down there in what the hell is that?
Yeah, Harlingen.
Yeah, we did all that stuff. All those bands, Surge's band, all those bands. I mean, those are the ones we know the most. Those are the ones we did stuff with. I mean, Splatteria.
Yeah.
Anything to do with anything you're involved with.
Any classic bands
from Texas? Rigor Mortis. I'm still love that first Rigor Mortis.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorites.
Are you
love Burning Star from Hellstar? I love Burning Star from Hellstar.
Yeah. Are you into ZZ Top?
Yeah, ZZ Top. DeGuayo's the best one. Do not like him when they added the MTV keyboard, the fucking sharp dressed man, give me all your lovin' and all that shit. Don't like that era. But DeGuayo, that's my album from ZZ Top. That's fucking classic.
I had Walt from Rotting Corpse talk about it when he first saw Boss Tweed. Were you into Boss Tweed?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah. Rotting Corpse too. That's an early one. Back Severance with fucking Frank Serrandana. Was that his name? Say his name? Serrata. Yeah, he's the one that drew the grave digging preacher picture with the corpse digging the dirt. That was Frank from Severance. He was a bartender, wasn't he?
Not sure.
Don't know.
No.
And before you let these guys tell questions, I want to say something. Fucking love Sherman and Gimme from Insecticide. Know them well.
Oh, yeah.
We walked down when they opened for Sick of It All in DC. We walked because we had no fucking money to catch a bus. We walked like 15 miles to go see them play, open for Sick of It All. We were the only people there for Insecticide. Fucking all the hardcore kids were throwing fucking quarters at the back of our heads while we stood in the front and fucking doing fucking listening to Proven Guilty and Phobia and all that shit. Well, they had days off. They had days off after this. They stayed with us with their van. They fucking made t-shirts out of the back of their fucking car, on the back of their van, and they fucking stayed with us. And that's where With Your Teeth Records came from, because fucking Gimme would say, all right with my teeth, and Sherman would say, all right with my teeth. And that's where my first label, where I put out Abominog, Corpus Ratus, Morbius, etc., With Your Teeth Records from Insecticide. I love them. They fucking rule, man.
I'm going to have to bring that up then.
Yeah, ask him about partying at it's Doug Butane Martin's house.
I will.
But
yeah, they're both going to be on with me Sunday at 7:00. So
love them.
I
have that unreleased album, came out on CD years ago with the B on it. I have that version. I want to get it again because I didn't think the press was very good. I want to get it again when it comes out. So
my buddy Billy has been asking all these silly questions. He's the one that's reissuing it on vinyl.
Hey, good man, Billy. I love it.
He's a major Insecticide freak.
Should be.
Yeah, no, they're great.
That drummer played for Predator, Easy Prey for a while. That terrible album cover, he was in that. What's the drummer's name? What was the drummer's name? Come on, Billy.
Billy or Charles. If Charles is probably asleep by now, he goes to bed early. But they're the two biggest Insecticide freaks.
Yeah, he told me he played drums for Predator for a while on Easy Prey era. But anyway.
Wow, I need to bring all this stuff up. This is good stuff.
It's a small world after all. You know that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna have to rewatch this so I can remember what to ask them.
Okay.
But anyhow, so people, I mean, let me see, something about Jalal bootlegs of deceased, something about 94 or something like that. I guess I don't know if you ever had a scuffle with them or anything like that.
Oh no, that's not true at all.
There you go.
No, we with Jalal, Alex, and John. John played in Doomstone.
Yeah,
the bass player from Grambalowski. Now we had a falling out. I mean, to be honest with you, what happened with the Grambalowski situation was I knew those guys mostly from Alex and Argoslint days. He used to come to the C shows. He was real young, and he'd come to shows, and there was no problems. He was just a kid. I was just a little older than him. And then there was a guy, Valerio, who ended up playing an Ancient later on. He was with him, and they formed a band called Grambalowski, and it was supposed to be like this melodic black metal. They even had a female singer, like with keyboards on the side and stuff. And I got them on one of my comps. They did the Go to 1,000 Young demo, which was fine. Everything was cool. But then at some point, Giles, who was a black guy who sang for Ex Mortis, he was at a show and he said, these motherfuckers here are they racist or not? And Alex is like, no, I'm not racist. Tell him I'm not racist. I'm not fucking racist. I said, I never seen him be fucking racist. He's like, well, they're over here calling me a bunch of fucking words. And I said, well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I've never seen him do that. Well, it wasn't but about 3 to 4 weeks later where all the fucking hell broke loose. And all of a sudden, all this shit came out. And that was what they wanted to go and do. And they started throwing this on heavy and stuff. And I gave Argoslint a show. This isn't Grambalowski, but I gave Alex's band Argoslint a show at that Bayou Club since we got so popular. I tried to get all my friends' bands in there, Abominog and Argoslint, and they went up on stage and they just started this fucking total like verbal fucking attack at the crowd. A friend of mine was Iranian and they went off on him and all this shit. And I was just like, what the hell's going on? So, I backed off of it, and John and Doomstone, we had a big falling out. And he was like, well, you don't like this and you don't like that either. I said, look, dude, there's shit people in all colors and stuff. I've got friends of every color. I've got fucking people I cannot stand in there, including whites, everything. I'm not playing this and that. And he was like, oh, whatever, man, whatever. So me and John have not talked in at least 20 years. And, they can do what they want to do. That's fine. We're all older now. It's all up to them. But as far as getting this shit with them, nothing like that. We just don't get along. And it's basically because with Alex, it's because he fucking lied to my face, man. He made me look like a fool, defended him on that shit. And I never forgot that, man. We're older now. I mean, that was at least 25 years ago. It was actually at Wilmer's Park where that festival was going on, not that night, but that same place. And it is what it is. But no, it never happened. Only one I ever got in a fight with was fucking Jeremy from Broken Hope, where it really went down, where fists were thrown. And that was because of a year running thing where we played this Detroit festival. Somebody, Chris Stick, who writes for A Decibel, he asked the question, man, what do you think of these new bands acting all fucking cocky and shit like Broken Hope? And we only knew Broken Hope because we played with Repulsion and Broken Hope at a show in Chicago. And they were coming up and they gave us a button of their band and we wished them well. Well, by this time, they're headliners. They're on Metal Blade and they're just trying to be like talking down to people. And I was like, and I just told the guy, there's fuck them. There's people like that always coming and going. We've seen a lot of shit. And this is fucking 20 years ago now. And they just kept on and on and on and on and on with this shit, mouthing off in interviews and shit. And I was like, oh, whatever. We're big boys. I say what I say. I can take it. No problem. And then they just fucking told a friend of mine 2 nights before, if I see this motherfucker, shit's going to go down. Well, it just so happened that was West Virginia. And the next town over is fucking Maryland and Virginia. So they went to Maryland and me and Les from Deceased went there and showed up. And I got up at his shit, and then Vader came over and Monstrosity came over. I said, you can bring the whole fucking room. I don't give a fuck. You fucking talk shit. You're getting fucked up. I don't give a fuck. And it was just me and Les. And it was 12 of them standing there. And he stepped up like something was going to happen. And he's a little guy. And I told him, get out of my fucking face. You're getting fucked up. He wouldn't move, so I blasted him, dude. He fell across the room. I broke his nose. The tour was canceled. They went home. I didn't even have the internet yet. That's how long ago this was. Fucking my friend Jim from October tells me they're online saying that we jumped him at a McDonald's. Like we jumped him from behind at McDonald's. And I was like, really? This is how it's going to all go down? And then the fucking dude from Monstrosity the singer tried to throw a bottle at me. The security guards came and took us all the fuck out of there. And after that, I was just like, this is bullshit. That was shit fucking so long ago. If people want to be shitty, then just be shitty. I'm fucking past all that shit. I'm just going to call it as I see it. I'm not trying to go out of my way to be shitty to people, but when people are shitty, they're shitty, dude. I don't want to be that guy. I'm a fucking happy fucking guy. If you don't like my music, fine. If you don't want to like me or what, for me being honest to you, that's fine too. But in return, I'm just going to be genuine to everybody. But nothing ever happened there. Anything that ever goes down gets taken care of. And that's a crazy rumor, but okay.
Yeah, everybody's always just kissing each other's ass all the time. Fuck that.
They're sweeping it under the carpet, man, and it gets bigger and bigger till it blows up in another way. I'd rather just say how I feel now. I always thought honesty was the best policy, man.
Oh man,
There's Scott Carroll. I love you, Scott. I miss you, buddy.
You were headbanging at a Thornspawn show with October 31 in Alice, Texas.
I probably was. I bet you I was. Was Thornspawn? Who do I go on stage with and sing Witching Hour with from Venom?
I don't know. Carl can answer it. I'm not sure, but
I don't know. I know I went up and sang Witching Hour with somebody in one of those shows.
That's great. Yeah, but that Broken Hope story is really old, but it never gets old.
I mean, I'm just saying it because it's in my book. I'm just bringing it up. But that's the only real fighting thing. Me and Carl from Nile almost went into it, but ended up talking about Bryan Adams in Egypt. I don't know where that went weird, but it went weird, man. Everything was fine by the end of the night.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of classic King Fowley stories that we don't have enough time for all that. So, but yeah, that's there's a lot of. Oh, let me ask you this: you've played all over the damn place. What I always hear about South America being the craziest, the wildest place. What place went totally, I guess, most insane for deceased over the years, or even October 31?
The craziest place to play?
Like your wildest reaction that you got.
Man, I would think the Virginia in its day, just because we were the local heroes, was pretty fucking crazy. I mean, there were shows where roofs of the building were like people got up inside the roof of the place where we were playing and ripping the whole roof out of the place. I mean, literally taking the lighting down, everything, to the point where we thought people were going to be a fire and electrocuted and killed. Things like that. I mean, the passion. I'll go more on the passion.
Yeah.
Billy Hinkle's nuts. The passion is, I would say the passion. Chicago has a lot of fucking passion. Fucking New York has a lot of fucking passion. Fucking Texas has a lot of passion. It really does. These are places where I go and I talk to a lot of people and we're actually talking metal. We're actually talking in detail and for hours upon stuff. That's what makes it for me. And, people don't have to go insane or light themselves on fire in the front or mosh or jump or whatever they do at shows these days. As long as you're having fun and you're there and you're enjoying yourself, that's cool by me. I love playing for everybody. I went and we played Vakken to 30,000 people. It wasn't as fun as playing a basement party in fucking Woodbridge, to fucking when you can't hear nothing and your ears are ringing. I enjoyed that more. I didn't like the separation where you couldn't even. I was trying to throw T-shirts out after the show at Vakken, and you couldn't even get them out past the security barrier. It was like the people were like literally like 40, 50 yards away. It was weird, but yeah, just the passion, man. I really enjoy fucking that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, when you guys played here, I booked when you guys played at Walters in Houston, it was 2011. That show was insane, man. I remember you saying that was like one of your favorite shows of the year. I remember.
I love that. That's my favorite Texas show we've played. That's my favorite.
That one was fucking insane. I remember I charged like $5 a head, and like the place was fucking packed. I was like, holy shit! And then
that's Kelly Kapowski night.
Huh?
Is that the Kelly Kapowski one?
Yes. Oh yeah. You know what? I got.
Where's that picture? Come on now. Get chop. Where's your fucking producer, asshole?
Yeah, it's fucking producer. I gotta get some help out here. Well,
Billy, get in there, Billy. Take charge.
Here's the infamous Kelly Kapowski shirt, man.
There it is. That's the show, man. That was the fucking night, dude.
Yeah, that show was the night where
that's when I told Dave, our drummer, I don't know where you got that shirt, but it wasn't in the men's section. There's Francisco. You brought me the 2-liter bottle of ginger ale. I said, man, I'm not going to swig that motherfucker down. We sweated. We definitely sweated like dog shit in cinder blocks. That was a fantastic show. I told you, man, we're gonna light this fucking place up, and we did, man.
Amazing. I mean, it was fucking packed, and I remember the local band Dead Horse was like trying to get back together at the time, and they played a show that same night. And people, I remember being asked, "Hey, can you guys book that show another day?" I'm like, "Hell no!" And we ended up like totally blowing that show away. That's all I remember. That's one of my proudest. That was a classic,
dude. That is my favorite all-time Texas show. It really is.
It was fucking insane. There's videos. If anybody wants to see it, there's videos of you guys playing Night of the Deceased, and I think the very end when you play Black Metal.
Black Metal, Silent Creature might be up too. Those three, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, check out that Houston show. That was fucking. It was like an old day show, like people.
And I was fucking with what's name. I was fucking the Matt. I was fucking with the time.
Yeah,
I forget his last name right now.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh hell, I can't remember. Yeah, but
anyway, yeah, he was in the front, and I just kept pulling his fucking hair as hard as I could.
Yeah, Matt
I just yanking it.
Yeah, Matt Freelick.
I was I was just grabbing it, pulling it. I was like, if you had the Banterra beard, you were getting it pulled. Like you got your beard pulled, man. I'd have pulled that motherfucker hard, man.
Well, here's a guy that actually put those videos up on YouTube.
There's Victor. I love Victor, man. Victor's the real deal. Victor drove all the way out to Dallas last time to see us. He drove on a work night. He came out there. I love you, Victor, buddy. You guys are cool as shit, man. I remember all the old days. One of you guys got fucking your whole face smashed. I think it was Tony Rivera got his whole fucking face smashed at one of our early shows out there. I think it was San Antonio.
That show is still one of my.
Liana Mendoza was there with him. I know. I keep friends with all these people. They're all good people, man. They're all on Facebook. They're all these are people you want to know, man.
Yeah, Scott said last time October 31 played, y'all annihilated the place.
That was the one. That was Legions of Metal with Surf on Goal. That was fun as hell, Scott. I really had a good time, brother.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that show. Look. I mean, there's lots of deceased videos, but that show. I still tell everybody that's one of my favorite shows. Like ever. It was like so much.
You were having fun. You were smiling for sure, man.
Yeah, and that rarely happens.
Yeah, I've noticed. All I see is you, man. Now you're smiling.
Anyhow, but yeah, man.
How about next album? You want to talk about the next album a little bit?
The next what?
The next Deceased album. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, of course. I was. I actually had that to kind of.
Go ahead. Down, so. Don't let me throw you. Don't let me throw you out of your popular programming. Go ahead, brother.
No. I like when things go like this. Kind of off.
Me
the
too.
Top.
Hey, I'm anything. Like I told you, anybody can ask anything they want, man. I don't care.
Yeah, ask King whatever you want. We'll be on here just for a little, not too much longer. So.
Oh, you're fine. Go ahead. As long as you want to go. I'm gonna move around the room. I'm gonna move around the room with you, man.
Let's get to it. I know you guys have been working, or you're working on an album.
We're actually not working. We're actually not working on the album yet. The whole scoop is this: Mike Smith, the guitar player that writes the stuff with me and Shane, the other guitar player. We are. I know I'm going dark here. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the lights on. I'm leaving the room. Okay, there I am. Hey, that looks pretty good. How about this, real quick? A little Warren Payne on the wall. Yeah, a little Warlord.
Oh man.
This is my hallway. There's my Linda Ronstadt wall. Can you see my Linda Ronstadt? There she is.
Hell yeah.
Surf on Goal up here. I'm just going downstairs.
No,
anyway,
cool. I like it.
Anyway, no, I was going to say, so it's going to be called Children of the Morgue. It's going to be on Hell's Headbangers. We actually haven't even started writing it yet. Riffs are coming together with Mike. He's going to actually be retired in about October of this year, and then we're going to get right to it. We're going to try to write about 2 albums worth of material during this time. So that's what's coming with the next studio album from Deceased. The Thrash Times of Ridgemont High is basically to tide us over until he gets back home and things like that. Yeah, it's going to be called Children of the Morgue. It's going to be a complete album about the whole experience of dying and all that comes with it and all the angles to it. It's going to be a very dark and eerie, morbid record for sure.
Yeah,
now I'm in the dining room.
Let's eat.
There's a witch. There we go. Got the witches over here. Can you see them looking at you? Hello.
See, everybody's getting a tour, man. It's like an exclusive tour.
You can get a tour of the house. There we go. There's the
Yeah.
wall. I got some stuff over here. Where are we at? I can't see what you can see when I'm holding it this way, but
yeah, no.
The old Killers got the Killers. Got the Iron Maiden Killers from the record store. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's
where's the Farrah Fawcett? Fraser wants to know where the Farrah Fawcett poster is.
I'm a sure a lad guy. I'm a sure a lad guy. Come on now.
Oh, there you go, Fraser. Fuck off, Fraser.
No, that's cool. Now there's stuff everywhere. I got Three's Company in the kitchen. I got the Kiss pinball machine in the kitchen. That's our kitchen table. It's a Kiss pinball machine.
MTV cribs.
It really is. Look, I mean, this is literally, that's the kitchen. There's the Kiss pinball. Can you see it?
Yeah, of course. I can see it. Billy's gonna like get a major fucking hard on looking at that.
I know, it's fun. That's all that's what you do in your older years. I don't drink or smoke or fool around, man. This is what I do, man. I collect movies and metal and all that stuff of growing up. That's why what's happening, all that's so good to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Richard, that is a lot of stuff, and that's probably talking to King before he came on. He's actually gotten rid of a lot of stuff over the years. So.
At 18,000 albums, I'm down to about 2,500 vinyl now. A lot of that stuff was trade pieces and things from years ago. It's still a lot of shit though, man. It was insane. When I moved from Virginia to here, it was just insane.
You're not
pinball
moving
machines,
you're not moving
jukeboxes,
again,
records, 10,000 videos, 30,000 DVDs. This is just shit. Now I'm planning to stay here for quite some time, man.
You're not moving anytime soon, are you? Because that's got to be a pain in the ass. Like,
no, I've been here. I've been in this place for 10 years now, and that's where I'm going to stay.
Billy's insistent. He's insistent that you have a Snoopy snow cone machine somewhere.
I do. Tell me if you can see it. Can you see it?
There it is.
How about, who remembers Chew Bops? You guys remember Chew Bops? All the collector's records and the gums?
Yeah.
There's Judas Priest is in the front. There's Kiss Unmasked. Charlie Daniels Band. How about some Blue Oyster Cult?
Damn it. Boy.
Yeah, the snow cone machine's fun. How do you know that?
I don't know. Billy's he's like I don't know.
Are you my landlord, Billy?
yeah.
I don't own the house, man. I rent. I owned the house already once. That's enough.
Yeah.
Now you're
getting love for the Snoopy snow cone machine.
I got all the old bumper stickers up behind me now.
You don't do old metal records anymore, right?
I do old metal records, but I haven't done nothing in a few years, man. I did like 60 releases. It became such a fucking headache, man. A man's word wasn't a man's word anymore. There was so many fucking bands that were like, yeah, let's do that. But don't tell, Pete from the band. Don't let him know, man, you don't want to do it. Or it was like, don't tell the label, man, fuck them. Or then it was the label wanted to do it and they didn't want to do it. It just became such a hassle. I still do it from time to time. I had a couple ideas I wanted to do, and they just kind of fell by the wayside. One band was Thunderfire from Belgium I was going to do, and I think Hellion Records ended up getting the thing last minute from me on that. And I was going to do the Oz Third Warning CD. And is that Mendoza in there?
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, that snow cone machine's cool. I need to get the Snoopy drive-in. There's a drive-in where you can he parks his car with Woodstock. He parks his car with Woodstock, and you can watch movies on the screen. I need to get that.
That's badass. I'm surprised nobody's asked you to make a snow cone yet.
I don't have any more of the powder. That shit's fucking. It's harder than the 7th grade science quiz, man.
Did Frazier? He loves that Incubus to the Devil a Daughter album, and he's only a CD guy, as you know, and he can't find it on CD where he can afford it. Was that ever anything you ever planned on doing, or do you even like that album?
There's 3 of those guys in that band are brothers. I actually had one of the brothers on the fucking on a fax line. We were doing faxes of all things. He didn't want to talk on the phone, and it was before internet. We did faxes, and we were going to do it, but they became very religious, and he just said, we got away from all that, and we don't want anything else to do with it anymore. So it sat for over 20 years. It's actually, Frazier, if you're listening, or if somebody wants to tell him, there's actually an unreleased second album by them called Seance with different material that never sold anywhere. I was going to try to put that too. That fell by the wayside years ago. The only copy that exists is a bootleg Greek CD that he's probably talking about. And that thing's just right off the records and all the stuff from the compilations and stuff. That's all. He can make it himself with his records.
Roy wants to know, did you have a Suzanne Summers stand-up?
I don't have a Suzanne Summers stand-up. I never did. I don't have that. I have a Pat Benatar.
Sick.
I don't know if you can see it. I'm over here in the dark. Let's see if you can see the Pat Benatar. No, I don't think you can. Here, let me go. I got a flashlight here. Hold on.
This is why you need to subscribe to the channel. Everybody
can you see Pat Benatar now? Can you see
it? Kind of dark. I can't see anything. Let me put you like by yourself on the screen. See if that helps. Okay, yeah. I see it.
It goes down. Look, the legs. There's shit everywhere, man. But no, I've never had a Suzanne Summers one. I didn't. I have a Cheryl Adball. Does that count?
All right, last question. Andrew's asked this question a couple times. I've seen it come up. Something about here, let me put it on screen.
Yeah, Andrew Gabe. Yes.
The jerk from North Carolina.
Fucking Mark was wearing a Crocus shirt. And the guy said, Crocus, man, that's got to be a fucking joke. Nobody would wear a Crocus shirt. This is a death metal show. He didn't realize I was wearing a Pat Benatar Crimes of Passion shirt at the same time. So when we played the show, I said, this one goes out to the fucking jerk who says Crocus is a fucking joke. No, it ain't a fucking joke, asshole. Fucking Crocus is something we grew up with, man. Fucking Nightwolf. Fucking those are speed metal songs. Headhunter. Those songs were speed metal at the time, man. That was early days, the double bass shit. He was just one of them fucking, goobers that come and go in the scene. They don't know no better. But it was just a weird incident. We were playing Wilson. It was Wilson Fairgrounds. My buddy Tony Dio Leonard booked it, and I actually have a video, like a 2-camera angle of that when I said it to the guy.
Damn. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and start winding it down. Let me bring this dork on. Frazier, you got anything? Where you at? I don't see you on there, Frazier, anymore. Did you log off? I can't see you. Yep. You're like that commercial where that guy that wants to talk to somebody he admires, and then he can't figure out how to log on and shit. So, Frazier, you're gone, buddy.
Good try, Frazier. I still love you, buddy.
Nice try.
It's called, and that band was called Fast Lane. PHASSLAYNE.
Oh, hold on. I think he just showed up again. Let me, if you don't mind, let me give him a chance to come on.
Sure.
Hey, can you hear me? Frazier. There he goes. Well, we talked about this before we came on. You can't be the guy calling on the phone to the radio station while listening to yourself.
What's up?
There you go.
Hey, Frazier.
All right, you got what? What'd you think of the show?
Hear me?
Yeah, what'd you think of the show? All right, you're gone. I told him that you can't watch yourself on YouTube and then be on here, Frazier. So
that's hilarious.
You can't. Turn off the YouTube and I'll bring you back on. So, King, any last things you wanna maybe we didn't cover that you wanna get off your chest?
Just we're working on coming back with another October 31 album. That's called Ye Old Peril, YEOLDEPERIL. That'll also be on Hell's Headbangers. Deceased Children of the Morgue, as I said, it's going to be a ways off, but we're getting on here. We're going to go hard and heavy after October with that. Deceased is going to start playing live again. DC, Virginia area in September. November, we're trying to come to Texas, like I said, for people that were on before, maybe didn't get to see it. We're working on Austin and Houston and San Antonio, I think is what we're working on. Other than that, the Thrash Times Ridgemont High be out in August on Hell's Headbangers on CD. Reissue coming soon of As the Weird Travel On Hell's Headbangers, followed by I think it's Surreal Overdoses, the next vinyl reissue from them. They're redoing all the issues of the albums again.
I've worked with them, and Hell's Headbangers is freaking awesome, and I think you'll agree with me.
Oh, they're the most perfect. Yeah, they're far and away the most professional. I could hang up the phone with you right now and call the owner and get on the phone with them. With Relapse, It'd take 5 weeks. It would take 5 fucking weeks back in the Relapse days. But yeah, so we're doing stuff. We've been working with Miguel Dredd, doing tapes with his label. We did As the Weird Travel On with him on cassette. We just put Behind the Mourner's Veil out. We did, I think we did Fearless with him, a couple other ones. So there's tapes out there, minimals for people that are doing the cassette thing. Other than that, there's a movie about my life that's coming.
Oh, yes.
It's King of Metal Life. A dear friend, Patrick Miers, is working on it. He's been working on it for years. He's been filming footage, he's pulled out a lot of crazy shit to get this going on. He's doing a hell of a job. It's about 1.5 to 2 years out still, but it's, he's doing, right now he's animating these crazy stories I'm telling. So, cause we don't have footage of a lot of them.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. It's called King of Metal Life. He's working on stuff. He's trying to get it into Sundance and all this stuff. He's already in with all these people, good professional people. And we've done a lot of stuff. He's probably filmed about, I'd say, over 150 hours of material so far. And he's got everything. And I've collected, and, you know, I'm one of those nostalgic guys. I have almost every show we've ever played, at least back in the day, until it got so out of hand on video or this and that, and magazines and clippings. And somehow in here, it's still in here too. But that's something down the road. Like I said, maybe a reissue of the Stay Ugly book. I'm also working on a second book, which is called, I think it's going to be called I'm a Grandpa. My son had a baby last year. Well, his wife did.
Yeah.
And his name's Carson. And I'm working on that. And it's going to be more stories, crazy shit. Because, you know, crazy grandpa always has crazy stories. So that's something that's in the works too. Other than that, just fucking being happy, man. I don't want anybody watching, looking, hearing, reading. Just be happy, man. Be happy to be alive in this fucking world. It's a crazy fucking world. People are fucking losing their fucking minds left and right. Just fucking smile and fucking enjoy life the best you can, man. Because that's what it's all about, man. L-I-V-E, live.
God damn right. Roy wants to know, is a movie based on your book? I don't think it is, right?
A little bit, but it's a little bit outside of it too. It touches on other things too. It does definitely touch into that. That's one thing I wanted to make sure, and he did too. He didn't just want to have like clips and you talk and then it's over. He wants to make it more of a detailed thing. He's really gone the extra mile on it, really going into sharp detail. And it's weird when we talk because he knows a lot of things about me now, and he's saying things like my middle name, which is Eldon, by the way, E-L-D-O-N. And you know, just weird stuff along the way. But no, yeah, it's semi, but it's outside of that too. It's just telling the story of a metalhead. You know, I mean, you know, you've seen things on it. It's just a guy that grew up in Virginia and fucking, I've almost died from drugs, almost died from strokes. Fucking just living my life. Had a lot of fucking trauma in my life with people dying around me, the deaths of the deceased guys and our bass player early on and things like that, and just everything in between, from family to playing shows, to being in a band, to keeping guys in the band, everything that comes with it all, man. You know, it's just, I'm hoping it's as interesting as it seems. You know, it's only my life. And of course I care deeply about my life, but why should anybody else give a fuck about anybody's life? But at the end of the day, if you see it, I think it'll be interesting for what it's supposed to be.
It sounds interesting to me, and I definitely want to check it out. So, is there anything up anywhere about, you know, there's
a Facebook page on it, King of Metal Life. He just pretty much is working on the movie his own self, but it's little by little. You know, the progress he was moving really steady till COVID came, and it knocked a lot of things down. We did 2 professional shoots, and we're going to do a third one here early next year. These are full concert footage things that are going to be part of it. He's working on all kinds of stuff to go with it. I don't even go into details because I don't want to say something wrong, but he's definitely professional about it. And it's definitely going to be, I think, worth the wait. It's pretty fucking unique, I think.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, this is a comment of the night. Scott Carroll is the worst. I hate that guy.
And there's Eric Rod. I love Eric Rod too.
Eric Rod, King Rules, Roy showing love. So check out the Facebook, King of Metal Life, right?
King A Metal Life.
Oh shit.
Close enough.
King A Metal Life.
I'm not like Halford. I'm not gonna trademark myself King of Metal. Him and his metal god thing after he leaves the scene and hates metal, and then he's metal god. But no, it's called King A Metal Life.
King A Metal Life. All right, let me get that off stage. I'll confuse more people. So check it out on Facebook.
Remind yourself.
A Metal Life. I'm gonna go check it out for sure. So King again. Oh, let's try this one more time. Fraser, where you at? You're done. All right. Sorry, Fraser.
Typical Fraser. He's in his car listening to the CD to see if he wants to keep it or return it.
So almost everyone forgave Halford, not King. Fraser, we're done.
Yeah,
we're done. All right, so King, appreciate you, brother, coming on here. I'm glad we got
it worked out, brother.
Yeah, me too. It was great. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know everybody in the chat enjoyed the hell out of it. I can tell by the comments.
And anybody anywhere, man, thank you for any support and everything. Stay healthy, stay happy, man. That's important.
Very, very, very active chat today. So I appreciate everybody chiming in. That's kind of what I want the show to be. Everybody just hanging out, not just.
I enjoyed it too. It's just fun. I mean, I'm hyper, man. I've been sitting home for 18 months with the fucking COVID cave, man. I'm talking more than ever, man.
Well, no, that's fine. I enjoy that. Great show. Thank you, Richard. See you in November.
Yeah, we're working on that. I'll let you know. Hopefully it all falls into place. That's one of the things that's been a motherfucker so far is that everybody's out to play again. So they're taking up all the dates months and months and months in advance. So we'll do what we can, man.
All you shitty bands, stop it. Stop it already. Let good bands book. You know.
Or us.
So, all right. Well, King, again, I appreciate it. I got a couple of things to do to end the show.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. King Rule. This was a lot of fun for me. So, again, thank you, brother. And I will definitely be in touch. We'll be talking about Houston shows or whatever.
You got it, brother. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Frazier, I still don't see you. All right, again, everybody. Frazier, you're not there, dude. Yeah, nobody can see you. I can't see you either. So figure that out. So again, man, that was awesome. King's one of the best storytellers. Doesn't hold anything back. I think that's what everybody kind of likes and probably doesn't like about him. But hey, that's who he is. That's why I fucking like and respect the guy, because he's not out there kissing anybody's ass. So yeah, so that was fucking awesome. Actually, I wanted to show one thing. I wanted to, and I forgot to do it at the beginning. The flyer. I had talked about showing like a classic flyer, and this was the first one I picked up that I chose was this Death, Pestilence, and Carcass. But check out the the spelling. Yeah, I appreciate everybody. I'm seeing all the comments. I appreciate it. But check out the spelling on Pestilence and Carcass. How's that? How cool is that? This was from the 1990 tour. Frazier, were you at this show?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't think so. But check out. I mean, I know spelling is not your strong suit or anything like that. But shit. Yeah, I kept fucking up. You fucked up, dude. I'm telling you. I tried to get you to come on here and talk to King, but anyway, so Sunday, you're going to be back on. We're going to talk about, you're going to show us some cool stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to kill them all, every single CD I have in that band.
Cool.
Don't y'all know the famous thing that's on there.
Yeah. So, any thoughts on this flyer, everybody? No, actually, this was Fitzgerald's in Houston, everybody. Houston, Texas. This was in October 1990. It was the Death, Pestilence, Carcass tour. But this was one of the flyers for that show, and it's completely misspelled. So I don't know what y'all think of this idea, just kind of before the show, before I bring somebody on, kind of showing a flyer, classic flyer. Oh, yeah, definitely New Wave of British Heavy Metal Sunday, Jedi Spam. Fraser's got the he's already ready to go. He's chomping at the bit for Sunday. Already know, so. Surprised they spelled death correctly. Yeah, no shit, Roy. But yeah, that's pretty infamous show that happened. Flatulence and Circus. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Let y'all know the show coming up on July 31st. Hellstone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, bring Pestilence must be better than New Pestilence. Yeah. There ain't no doubt about that. Fraser and I could start a band right now that would be better than New Pestilence. Fraser, you bringing some English tea and biscuits for everybody on Sunday?
Tea and biscuits, yeah, bloody wafer. Yeah, bloody bastards.
So yeah, man, this flyer, like I said, I'll start. My buddy Kevin G's got like tons and tons of flyers uploaded. So this is the first one that I picked. I thought it was fucking hilarious. So classic show, but the flyer, big fail, major fail. This was like Frazier did the flyer. Oh man! All right. Well, Frazier, hold on. Let me get your thoughts on. So, what'd you think of the show, Frazier? Was King good or what?
Some stories from King Fowley, man. He knows too.
I can't hear you. Pick up.
He's a cool motherfucker, man.
Yes, he is. Oh, you got love for your Dead Horse shirt too, by the way.
Hell yeah, Texas style, bitch.
All right. So Sunday, you like Insecticide, Frazier?
You know
I know you do. So, tell everybody to tune in Sunday for Insecticide.
Sunday, 8 o'clock, Houston time.
No, 7 o'clock Houston time. Do it again. Yeah, your audio.
Houston time. You better recognize that shit, bitch.
You sound like you're underwater, Frazier.
Say what?
You sound like you're underwater. Now it sounds better. But yeah, everybody tune in, man. King gave him high praise. So Insecticide rules, man. Gimme and Sherman are two of the best dudes I've ever known. We'll talk about all the stuff that they were around since '86. Sherman was in Hyrax for a minute. Gimme was in Beowulf for a minute. But Insecticide was the band, and they fucking kicked ass. I don't think they kicked ass. So tune in. They have some cool stories too. Those guys grew up in LA. They saw like Metallica and Slayer like in '83 and '82 and shit like that. So they got cool stories to share about the LA scene for sure. So and probably some we'll ask them about some glam metal bands. Frazier, how's that?
Hey, nothing bad. I like a little bit glam. Not gonna.
Yeah, Scott, they fucking rule. One of my some best dudes there is.
Cardiac come back to Houston.
Yeah, Cardiac for sure. They kicked ass. How about Cyanide? You like Cyanide?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they kicked ass too. Scott, y'all need to come back. Scott won't even play like outside his yard, outside in his house anymore. Insecticide, Lunacy, Dread, Morbid Scream. Damn. That's a sick ass show there, Richard. But yeah. Well, cool, Frazier. I guess we'll let everybody go now, Frazier. Everybody, again, appreciate it. It was really, really, really fucking cool. Again, man, help out the show. Tell them you need to subscribe to the channel. Tell everybody about it. Click that. Yeah, Chicago Metal Rules. That's right.
Texas,
subscribe to the channel. Click the damn bell thing there. Like, comment, all that crap. And then next Wednesday, I'll probably announce next Wednesday's show on Sunday. It's pretty much confirmed, but just waiting on a couple things. It's gonna be cool. Classic. Let me just say it's classic Texas. Texas metal. I'll put it that way. So that's gonna be fucking cool. Dude was in I'll give it a hint. He was in a lot of classic Texas metal bands. So
talk about Dauber?
Who?
Dauber?
No. And I'm not talking about Matt Hefner either.
The little ass bitch.
No, not McMaster. But he was around back then. But like I said, I can't say it yet because I got he
are they from
no. I'll give a hint. San Antonio, Texas. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. So anyway, all right. Frazier, again, everybody appreciate it. Awesome show. Appreciate everybody's support. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell Frazier he sucks as much as you want. He could take it. He's a big boy. Frazier, you got to work tomorrow?
Hell yeah.
All right, well, see you later. Go work. Hefner, hell no. I've asked him 100 times. He keeps blowing me off. So anyway, all right, here we go. See y'all later.
Yeah,